Hi, welcome you all once again. Here we will discuss about final keyword, which is a non-access modifier used for declaring classes, variables and methods. When you are using the final keyword, which is restricting the user in changing the values of classes, methods and the variables. That means when you are using the variable as a final keyword, then we can create only the constant variables. We cannot change the values of these variables throughout the program. Final methods are used for restrict the method overriding, and when you are declaring the classes using final keyword, then which is preventing the inheritance concept. The final keyword, when you are using for declaring the variable, it must be initialized. So the variable can be initialized in three ways during the declaration of that variable itself. Variable store the same value always throughout the program. Like when you are using the pi variable, then the variable's value cannot be changed throughout the program. So that is declared during the initialized during the declaration time itself. If the final variable does not initialized during the declaration, then that kind of variable is called blank final variable or uninitialized final variable. So here the final variable is declared without initialization, so this is called uninitialized final variable. The blank final variable can be initialized in the constructor only. That means if the blank final variable is declared, then we have to initialize inside the constructor of the program only. If the final variable is static, then that should be initialized in the static block only. So in three ways we can initialize the value of final variables. So here the example is given for static final variable, static keyword final, and the data type is double, pi equal to 3.14. So this is called static final variable. And here the blank static final variable, which is not initialized during the declaration, so it has to be initialized inside the constructor only. The example is given to declare the variable using final keyword. The class is defined with the name of circle area. Here I am defining the variable radius with integer data type and final keyword. So this is called now final variable. So here 9 is initialized to the radius variable during the declaration time itself. Then I am calling the method area. So here I am trying to change the value of the variable radius. So it is not at all possible, because as per the concept of final keyword, we cannot change the value of the variable. So throughout the program, the variable radius value always constant, so we cannot change this value of the variable radius, because it is declared as a final. So when you are calling the object variable, applying the object variable to call the area method, we will get the compile time error. You see the error which is showing here, we cannot assign a value which is already declared as a final variable. The variable name is radius, so which is showing the compile time error. So that means if the variable is declared as a final, then we cannot change the value of that particular final variable. Next one is, here we are going to declare blank variable. That means here the variable is declared as a final, but it is not initialized during the declaration time itself. If it is so, then it is called the blank final variable, right? So if it is blank final variable, then it should be initialized inside the constructor only. So we are going to assign the value inside the constructor in the sense the class name and method name should be similar. So we are going to initialize the value to the final variable radius inside the constructor. So here when you are initializing the value inside the constructor, it will accept the value. Then we are declaring the object by using the class name class area 1, then we are passing the value 10. Then we are calling that area method which is here available, so which is taking the value 3.14 and radius values. So when you are initializing like this, it will accept the value and the output will be 314 as per this program. So the blank variable should be initialized inside the constructor only. If you are initializing outside the constructors, otherwise if you are initializing inside the method, then it will create compile time error. And another one, the final keyword, if it is available in static, then we have to initialize that inside the static block only. You see here we are creating the class circle area 2, then I am declaring the variable pi with data type double static variable and also final variable. So it is called blank final variable with the static. Okay, static blank final variable. So here the static blank final variable, we have to initialize inside the static block only. So this is static block. So already we have discussed about the static blocks. So here the static block is having the initialization of value to that blank final variable, static blank final variable. So now which is executing based upon the declaration of the object variable with respect to the class name, then we are calling by passing the value 15. So now the 15 is passing over here. So here which is calculating the area of the circle. So here if the variable is static final blank variable, then it should be initialized inside the static block only, otherwise it will give you compile time error. Thanks for watching.